Hello, everybody. This is Barbara Ling, and oh, wow. It is so good to see all of you here today. I see a whole lot of familiar faces there in the audience. There's Sue and Stan and Val, and I can tell that this is showing to me in alphabetical order because Sue and Stan start with S and Val starts with a V, and I'm sure there's a whole bunch of folks above there as well. But anyway, welcome, everybody. How are things out where you are? As you know, whenever I start classes, I always like engaging the audience, seeing what's going on, how life in the weather is, and over here in New Jersey, I am sure you have been wondering to yourself, and I will now put your mind at ease. Yeah, storms. They're coming. They're happening. And David mentions that it's sunny in Ireland. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I like sunny. Well, I like sunny as long as it's 70 degrees. Maybe 75. When you get 70 degrees, when you get sunny and 110 degrees, well, you know what I mean. Okay, so with that, let me check the time. What time are you? Aha, it is 11:02. Yes, that is my movie voice. And I think we're now going to begin with the Breaking Up Profits, creative ideas for products that I virtually guarantee you have never, ever, please repeat that so I don't have to consider before. Notice how the screen has not changed. Okay, we have now activated it. And here we go. So for those of you who are new, so for those of you who are saying, well, jeepers, who the heck are you, Barb? I ask myself this every day. Well, who am I? Okay. Been an online marketer now since 1997. That was back when wheels were square. I would say I probably have at least 60 products to my name. Wow, 60. Amazing. And when you're thinking about creating products, what I want to talk about in today's class is there's ways to create products there, and I've given seminars and classes. I've made products about that before, but there is one technique. Well, there's probably a bazillion techniques, but in this case, one technique that I have yet to tell you about, and that is going to be what I am going to discuss today. She said as she moves her GoToWebinar thingy over and prepares to do something amazing. Wow, you know, the only disadvantage of having a 50-inch monitor is your GoToWebinar screen might be in the center, and then your GoToWebinar thingamabobbies might be about 3 miles to the left, and, well, yeah. Anyway, let me see how this is going to work. I have a big thing for you to remember, but that big thing for you to remember is going to happen after the following public service announcement. Before we begin, this is something that you need to do now. I want you to silence your mobile phone. I mean, heck, the things I want you to do, it might help if I describe it kind of sort of like this, okay? Hey there, everybody. Barb Ling here. I want to ask you, do you have something that looks vaguely like this? This is a mobile phone, and what you are going to do right now is you are going to boldly take your mobile phone, yes, this phone right here, well, not this phone, but your phone, okay? And you are going to silence your mobile phone. You are going to turn off your mobile phone. Heck, I mean, you can even just fling it out the window, you know. Okay, don't fling it out the window or across the room because it kind of sort of breaks into 3 pieces and it makes the moose's ears perk up and all of that. But anyway, you know, as we say, hold on for a second. Let me see, where did my mouse go? There's my mouse. Public service announcement. Almost done. So what I want you to do, silence your mobile phone. Pause your internet marketing. Pause Facebook. Pause Skype. Unless, of course, you want to say, whoa, flying electronics. Barb Ling is so cool. You don't want to restore or close your presentation. You want to open Notepad file. Yes, your Notepad file for notes, because guess what? Okay, yeah. You're going to want to jot things down here. Tell your friends you're busy because basically it's focus time, everybody. So what I am going to share with you, this is literally going to change your bottom line. And now that I'm finished with that, I think I'm going to breathe. So hold on for a second. Okay, That went good. That went good. Moving right along. Let's talk now about products, okay? Your product must deliver value, right? But let me ask you a question here, okay? What is value? All right, to your customer, exactly what is value, okay? Is the value derived from saving time? Is the value derived by if the customer puts whatever it is into action, it makes them money? Is the value derived by the fact you're providing a step-by-step with screenshot tutorials for how a customer can achieve their final goal and begin to experience all of the benefits that they want? Okay? What is value? And the way I describe value, it's that instant boom. Okay? Now, I know there are a lot of product creators who will put out the 50, 60, 70, 80-page PDFs or put out the video library that has over 17 hours of wonderful videos, etc., etc. Put yourself in the mind of the customer, okay? Especially your typical Warrior Forum type customer with a rather short attention span. They want something that delivers generally that instant boom, something they can read, scan, watch 10, 15 minutes at the most and say, yeah, this is going to work for me. You can save all of the detailed tutorials and such for your upsell or for your bootcamp product or for your mastermind. But value is something that your customer buys, your customer looks at the product, your customer is happy. So let me now ask you, how do you create that instant boom? Okay, and the best way to create an instant boom is your product contains actionable steps. Okay, so what I want you to do when you're thinking of, jeepers, what kind of product should I create next? Think about the end goal. Okay, then think about finding a service that already exists that does that end goal. And then think about just simply making a product on how people can use that service. Because make no mistake about it, folks, there are the techie people out there. I'm one of them. My husband's one of them. My kids, much to their dismay these days, are one of them, especially since I told my kids that this summer's Camp Ling is going to be, they're going to be making mobile apps. But I just digressed tremendously there. But anyway, everybody's at a different learning curve, right? And everybody takes to technical things at a different pace. There are services out there like Facebook, and there are things you can do on Facebook, for example, Facebook ads. How many products have we seen that talk about how to make money with Facebook ads? Well, I've got news for you folks. It's not just Facebook that you can make a product about of how to use. SEO services, list building services, end goal. Customer wants to build a list. Customer wants to make viral images. Customer wants to grow their authority. Is there a service that already does that? Well, okay, why not make a product about how to use that service? But that being said, there are a couple of things I want you to remember, okay? What does this process involve? This process basically involves, like I said, you come up with the end goal. Well, what is the end goal? Building a list, achieving high page 1 SEO rankings, building up your network on Facebook or on Twitter or on LinkedIn. What is the end goal? Okay, then the already done service. For example, LinkedIn. How many people here on this call are on LinkedIn? Okay, I mean, you can just type yes, I'm on LinkedIn, or no, I'm not on LinkedIn, or gee, Barb, did you really mean it that you're going to teach your kids to make mobile apps? And yeah, I really did. Okay, got the yeses. They're all scrolling. They're scrolling or so. does anybody here have more than, oh, I don't know, 5 or 10 or 20 or 500 or 5,000 connections on LinkedIn? This is where the yeses should be scrolling off the screen. Okay, yes, okay, good. Now, there are services, and I should have researched this beforehand, so make sure to remind me in Perking Up Profits, and I'll find it for you, because I remember seeing this back when I was doing my LinkedIn classes and saying, wow, this is really cool. There are services out there that will automatically remind you that this level 1 connection, you haven't spoken to them in 3 days, you want to send them email. Okay? It's a pretty impressive service, actually. I think it has the number 500 in it or something like that. But anyway, the service is already done. But how many people know about it? How, especially in marketing or in your niche. How many people would say, okay, my end goal is to maximize my experience on LinkedIn. So, all right, well, write a product about this service that helps you do that. Let me activate this again. But even more so, what's going to make your product stand out and be so easy to use is you're going to use your secret technique of just simply screenshots. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Then you close with, here's what you've just learned, and then you lead into, here are your next steps, etc., etc. So does this make sense to you at all? Are you starting to think right now about end goals your customers are going to want? And then, well, okay, I know that this service helps do that. That service helps do that. I can make a quick product about it. So with that, let me show you what you're going to learn today. Today, you are going to learn how to come up with that end goal, how to find the already done service, how to create a simple front-end report with screenshots. I'm going to give you a bonus how you're going to end your report. And then I'm going to tell you your next steps, and if you're lucky, I might even walk you through an example. And that's what we're going to cover today. So, couple of things, all right? After this class, if you have questions, okay, great. I love questions. Be sure to ask them. I'll answer them. If you have questions after the call, go to our group, Perking Up Profits. Again, I'll answer them. Make sure to take notes, alrighty? And again, questions. I like questions. Hit me with them. So, step 1, come up with your end goal. Ask yourself, jeepers self, what are some of the evergreen things that people, my customers, that they want? Okay, they want to build their list, right? They want to sell more products, right? They want to maybe sell more books, Kindle, Amazon, FBA, right? They might want to have a no, that is not SOS. They might want to have more significant others, as in be more attractive to the appropriate sex. They might be losing their hair. They might want to keep their hair. The main takeaway from this, okay, people, your customers, they want benefits, all right? Sometimes, though, getting those benefits, yeah, there's kind of multiple steps involved. So I want you to keep this in mind, okay? How do we do this? Okay, well, go to your favorite forum. For example, if you're in marketing, you might go to Warrior Forum, or you might go to engaged Facebook groups, Skype groups, follow Twitter threads and such. And then you want to see what is being asked again and again and again and again and again and again and again, and please put that in a while loop, do again and again and again, and then bam, that can be your product topic. It's not rocket science here, folks. We are not creating 50, 60, 70 bazillion PDF pages. We're not making 30 bazillion videos that's going to take 17 hours to watch. You might want to know, how do I know it takes 17 hours to watch? Well, I'll tell you that funny story now that I'm segueing away from this particular slide. I'm teaching myself all about mobile apps. I'm sure you didn't realize this. And the membership site that I am part of, as a matter of fact, let me mention what that is. This site, I'm a member of it, Create Cool Apps, and I am going through every single video that is available. I think I might be done several days from now, assuming I don't eat, breathe, sleep, or make products. But anyway, a lot of information. You don't want to end up with creating products that are going to take your customers a huge amount of time to digest for your front end or so. And wait a second, is there an issue with that URL? It should work. If not, I'll go and I'll find it or such. Anyway, so we go to the forum, we find the topics, we find the questions. The takeaway from this, okay, ready-made audiences, yeah, they're nice. People are already asking about it. And, okay, hold on. Thank you for that. HTTP, hang on. Oh, that's why. Thank you. Let's ask beeling.com. Cool apps. That's it. Sorry about that. Thank you. I have about a dozen people who told me that I had a misspelling. I do appreciate that. I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. I'm sure you cannot tell since I am utterly shy and quiet, and I'm droning, and I'm boring, and I'm talking in a monotone. And it is time then for my movie voice. The next step, find that already done service. Okay, so you know the product that you're going to want to write about, right? So you know what it's going to be. What do you do next? Why do all the work for yourself? Chances are there's dozens of services online already that are available that people can use, and chances are there's a free version of it as well. Because you know, if you're promoting a product in the Warrior Forum, everybody always wants to know that, will it cost extra money to implement this? And, well, if you can find a free service, yay. It just works very, very, very well. So the thing is, though, the service that we're thinking about, your future customers, okay, they might not know about it, right? So they might want to build a list, but they don't know about this really cool service that's going to help them build a list. So the takeaway is you're going to make the product that shows how to use that already done service. It's much less work on your part, and also the value is already there because this is a proven service online. So how do we do that? What you can do, you just go to Google, search on your specific topic with service. For example, build a list, in quotes, space, Facebook service. What services out there will already build a list in Facebook? Once you've done your search, then go through the results. See what kind of product is out there currently for free. For example, let's say that you wanted to do something. My mind went blank. It's a particularly lovely shade of blank. Let me look at my screen for a second, go through the results, see what's currently available for free. Ah, yes, okay. Images, making engaging images. Alessandra, are you currently on this call? Make my day and tell me that you're there. Let me scroll up. His name starts with A. Okay. You made a product, right, that used the thingy called ThingLink or something like that? Okay, secret social images. Let me see. Does this work? Or does this work? Or, Alessandra, just send me the URL for it. Does either of those two work? But anyway, this was a service that uses ThingLink, I believe. This is a product that he made about the service, which is free, called ThingLink. And I believe when he did release it, that was your WSO of the day, I think. Oh, okay, hang on. Let me get this here. Okay, I'm going to copy this. Wait. Okay. Okay, there you go. So it's an already done service And going back now, and Alessandra made a product about it that went really, really, really well. So you go through the results, see what's currently available, services for free, and all right. So now you find the service, you know you're going to create a product. It's time to create that product, which is basically how to maximize the benefits by using this service. Because remember, again, what do people buy? They don't buy features, they buy benefits. So engage your audience. How do you engage your audience? Creating interactive images. How do you create interactive images? Use ThingLink. Okay, great product, worked wonderful. How do you do this? Well, it's a simple front-end report, okay? So now we're at the point that you know your product, you know the service, you know what you're going to write about. I want you now to think about visual, okay? I want you to think about tutorial. I want you to think about screenshots. The takeaway here, which is the same takeaway from before, my apologies, I did not update this or so, but the takeaway here, make it simple for your customer to use, make it simple for you to create. So how do we do this? Well, first, you do the process yourself, okay? While you're doing the process, you take screenshots of every step that you do. I personally use Hypersnap. There's other Hypersnap thingies. I think Jing is one. I'm sure there's under Barbara Talk, take two. Just Google's screenshot tools, I suppose, or something like that. And then while you're doing the process, take a good look at it once you're done and boil it down to step 1, step 2, step 3, and then simply use a nice front-end report template to create your product. Anybody here use Microsoft Office? Anybody here use OpenOffice? Those sites have a number of free templates that you can use for your products, and I also provide one. Let me see if I remember this. See Barbara learn how to type. PC of my Product Creation Espresso 2.0 class as well that gives front-end product reports. So again, very simple. You have this idea, you go through the process, you take the screenshots, you make the report, and the cool thing about this is that your steps can become chapters. So what's the takeaway here? Okay, the value you're giving, it's kind of sort of undeniable. You're teaching your customer how to achieve what they want, and even better, the method by which you're teaching is free. I mean, it's a win-win all around. And then just think what you could then do for your upsells as well. Membership sites, something that would automate the process, simplify the process, scale the process. Good stuff indeed. So we did step 1, we did step 2, we did step 3. Let me give you the killer closing on this and think about your product. Product's done. You've simplified the process. The goals are achievable. Your customers are going to be very happy little earlobes indeed. But now put yourself in your customer's shoes. What are they going to do after they finish the last page? Yes, I know the vast majority of people will read it, say, that's nice, and leave it on their hard drive. But those who really want to make a difference and put stuff into action, the thing you want to keep in mind, your last step, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 3 is not the last. You still need to add one more thing for that perfect instant boom. And it's this. The way you deliver that instant boom is you write the chapter, your next steps. Spell out again what the customer learned. You've just learned step 1, step 2, step 3. But then tell the customer what they need to do now. Why do we do this? Well, because you're going to close with direction. The customer's not just left sitting there saying, okay, I got step 3, now what? People like having a finite direction to which they can walk. And not only that, when you direct them, do this next, that then puts you in the position of authority. And the more authority you have, the better your sales will be, the better your reach will be. It will just help grow your business beautifully. So let's now give an example, okay? I want you now to consider the benefit of building one's list. Okay, it's interactive time here. Share with me, what is the benefit of building a list? Somebody share some ideas. Come on, share ideas. What is the benefit of building lists? Okay, Susan says future sales, good. Tina mentions repeat business. Alessandro says making money, good, good. Tina mentions developing a following, excellent, excellent. Stan says people to get ideas from, very good, very good. Mel mentions the like-trust relationship, excellent, excellent, excellent. Sue says commute with your buyers. I think you mean commune, but that's okay. Val mentions can email them with your offers and affiliate offers. Yes, yes. Vanessa says it's cheaper, easier to sell to an existing customer than to acquire a new one. David mentions feedback on what you're doing right. Dusty says build a relationship with your customers, potential customers. Excellent, excellent. All right, these are excellent ideas. And I put some together here so there's more opportunities to market your products, more opportunities, grow your authority, you make more money. Now, that is the benefit your customer will buy, okay? They're not just buying how to build a list. Let me repeat that. They're not just buying how to build a list, they're buying the benefits they get after that list is built. And what you can then do is then provide the means to those ends of building that list. So you say to yourself, okay, self, what service is out there that provides a viral, fun ingredient that will achieve that you can then create a product from as well? So somebody has already done this, get this, by using quizzes, okay? And we're talking screenshots, step by step. This is something that you can do for free that is now going to help you build your list. And here is now what I want you to do. This is Alessandro's latest. And as you can tell, he's got experience in doing this. AskBeeling.com/boom boom. Cute name, fantastic product, okay? And I want you to buy it. I want you to go through it. I want you to see how the product creator just took the benefit that people want to get and created then the product that shows how super easy it is to achieve. What is your takeaway? Your takeaway here now is you are learning. You are going to apply, and then you're going to profit from it yourself. So, what you have just learned, you've learned step 1, come up with the end goal. Step 2, find the already done service. You know, I've done most of this webinar without my movie voice. Step 3, create the simple front end report with the screenshot. Step 4, actually not step 4, subtract step 4, the bonus. Close, dare I say, with this, which is your next steps, which I am now talking about, which, oh wow, I am in a temporal loop. Oh wow, wait, and then your next steps, which probably makes you say to yourself, cheaper, Barb, what exactly are my next steps? So glad you asked. They're very simple, okay? First, buy the product. AskBeeling.com/boom boom. Look at how the screenshots are done. Look at how it is done step by step by step, and then say to yourself, cheaper self, well, what product can I make? You know, about a free service. It helps give the customers, my customers, the benefits they want, and then you simply make it so. Takeaway. I guarantee right now, you probably have a very good idea of what your next product is. And guess what? It's now waiting for you. So that basically brings our class to a close. If you have any questions, please do feel free to drop me a line. And remember, the most powerful secret that I can possibly ever give you, follow the law of per-action. If you want something, if you want to take things to the next level, you and only you are the one who has to make it happen. In other words, it is up to you to take control. So, questions? She said as she just leaned back and realized that her body has been in the same position for approximately an hour and a half or so. And let me scroll through this. Okay, Val mentions Alessandra's boom boom was a very clever idea. Yes. Yeah, it was. It was just, I never even knew about the service that he mentions there. Okay, and let me see. Oh, okay, somebody wrote an extraordinarily huge question, so everybody else write their questions while I'm thinking about this. Wow. Do I really want to tackle this question on this call? I really don't. But then again, when have I ever bowed to common sense? Sorry for going slightly off topic, Barb, but I found something amazing this morning. A truly never seen before method creating high quality, high targeted Kindle books. It would be a very short course. People took action. It could end up a saturated market. So I'm thinking of a high price barrier, but because it would be a very short course, I am wondering about price, whether I'll lose too many buyers or get refunds if I price it too high. What do you think? Excellent question there. And let me know if I can share your name, person who just asked this question. And that was a question by Dave. Whenever I create higher ticket items, 97, 197, etc., I normally wrap them around either a boot camp, where it is a paid web ticket event, or a mastermind class, or a 2-month class, which I'll be doing at some point in the future. What I would do is I would section off one idea from that, Dave, and just make that your lead-in product, your front-end lead gen, low-cost lead gen, and then as an upsell, perhaps, offer that, or build a relationship via customer care follow-ups, and then just offer a 97, 197, 397 product. Alrighty, and Stan asks, what amount of time do you set aside to complete this process from end to end? Stan, I am not the person you want to ask about this because it generally takes me, I don't know, if I'm working slow, it might take me up to 2 hours to complete the entire front end product. From what I understand, it takes people maybe a day or two, I suppose. But I was born creating products, I kind of sort of think so. But doing it again and again and again and again, the cool thing about that, think about that. I can create any sort of front-end product. Ooh, Diana mentions 4 hours. Excellent. In 2 hours or less. I didn't start life that way. I have just built up to that. And the cool thing is that, you can do that too. So, good questions. Any other questions? Happy to answer them. Simple Video Pro is unavailable. Yeah, I know. That is my default page that I really need to change. That's there when there is a typo. Okay, so if you ever see that on my site, it means Barbara just shared a typo. And after this class, Barbara is going to update that because that is utterly ridiculous. I'm probably losing bazillions of people to that typoed link. My apologies. So, yeah. Okay. Other questions before we bring this call to an end? We still have a number of people on this call. And let me scroll up and see if I'm missing anything. And yes, any questions you have, do feel free share them in Perking Up Profits, or ping me, or sing a song. I love song singings and such. And Thomas says, appreciate your enthusiasm. Thanks, Barbara. You're quite welcome. I know this is one of my shorter classes or so. And oh, Diana mentions you might offer a done-for-you option as an upsell. Excellent. Good, good. Shally mentions, thank you, Barb. This was an amazingly useful call. Why, thank you so much. I pride myself on always delivering that, and it just makes me smile when people proactively tell me that. Thank you. You just made my day. So, alrighty. With that, and Val says, great, Webby. Thank you again. It is time for me to bring this to a close, and as always, it has been an honor and a privilege to be able to present this information to you. You've taken out 35 minutes of your busy day to spend it with me. I really value that. Thank you again. So with that, this is Barbara Ling signing off, and I will see you on the inside. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.